Hello, friends and family. Um, Today I was thinking about something and I wanted to talk to you about it. I try hard to give you recipes that are simple and inexpensive that would help you in a really tight situation. I also try to keep you up to date because on what's happening at Walmart because basically Walmart is the number one grocery store chain in the entire United States. And I want you to think about something. Look at what you're reading here, okay? I don't know how many people have actually thought about the consequences of exactly what this is saying here. Now, if this part is true, this means that stores themselves somehow have to be set up in a way that you would not be able to go into that store and purchase anything without that mark. And the stores would have to be set up in a way that they would know whether you have that mark or not. And so I look around and I look at the different stores and I look at the ones that I think are pretty close to being ready for that or even ready for it. And I'm going to be honest, the closest store that I have seen that I thought is ready for that is Walmart. Many Walmarts have what they call a cart cop outside. Now, I've seen videos where people, they say, "Oh, I feel so great having this out here. I feel secure." And I thought to myself, secure in what way? How many crimes have been committed in this country and the person is on camera and they never catch them? So, how does this cart cop in any way really protect anybody? Is that what it's really there for? Is it for this, what you're reading right here? Will they know the moment you hit the parking lot whether you have the chip or not, or the mark, whatever it may be? Some say chip, some, I don't know. But could it be that it would know whether you had it or not? Is that what it's really geared for? Or what are those gates at the front door for? To keep you in? Because, when you read this, a lot of people, especially Christians, will say, "Well, we're not going to be here at that time." Well, that's fine. If that's what you believe, that's perfectly fine. I believe personally myself that I will, or a lot of people will, who say they're Christians, that they will be here for the beginning. I think there's a good possibility we will actually see the setup of it. We're already seeing a lot of it setting up for this to come to pass. All that you see, the uproar, the division, and everything that you're seeing is pulling this into a situation to actually come to pass. That's what all the chaos is all about. That's what I believe it's for. So I say to myself, some say we won't be here, but that's fine. So they say, "Well, who isn't going to take it?" Well, there's always been some people in life, whether they believe in God or not, who are just not going to want to come under someone else's rule like that. And so they're going to protest against it. They're not going to want to come under it. We see this in countries already. Lots of them are thrown into prison because they do not want to come under the rule of their governments. And they protest against it and they speak out against it and they're thrown in prison for it. Well, I believe even during that time there's going to be some that will. They'll protest against it. They're not going to stand up for it. They're not going to take the mark. And so they will convert to stealing. And I believe that those gates that you see at the Walmart are to keep those who do not take the mark at that time from being able to get out so easily. I had an incident where it locked me in and I could not get out. They claimed it was because I was going through the wrong door, but I was going through the wrong door because the door I was supposed to exit in, there was a woman coming in from that door, which she was coming in the wrong way, but it didn't lock her out, but it locked me in. And there was a buzzing and lights started flashing. And I said to myself, "No, this is for more than just this. This will keep you in. This is going to come, whether if you don't believe or you refuse to accept this mark because you don't believe in what it stands for or what it's trying to do, you will probably convert to stealing. People will that are here, and they're going to know whether you have that mark or not, and they're going to try to grab you. And so I believe, whether you think those gates are there for that or not, if you believe that this part is true, then you have to believe that somehow stores are going to have to set up to be able to recognize whether you have that mark or not. And when I look around at the stores in my local area, the number one that really fits that is Walmart. Its camera system is incredible. It does facial recognition. It does at the self checkout. You're being scanned, you're being looked at, your face is in there, and if you turn yourself in any position where it cannot see you, it does not allow you to scan. It stops the scanning and you have to call for help. So I think this is what we're looking for. If we believe in this part, then we really do need to start looking around us and start to see what is starting to set itself up for that. If you look at Walmart, it has pharmacies, it has doctor's offices, it has beauty salons, nail salons, banks, it has McDonald's, it has all the things set up, clothes, everything that you would possibly need. And so, could it be that it will be the only store in the end? I don't know. But it could be. It's set up for it. And if this is true, which I do believe it is, this is what I have to turn to. This is what I turn to for what I look at to see what's coming in the future. And if this is true, which I believe it is, then stores will have to set themselves up in a way to know whether you have it, you've taken that mark, or whether you haven't. Otherwise, they can't stop you from buying and selling if they don't know. And this says that every man, that no man might buy or sell. No man means no one. Every country, everybody, without that mark is not going to be able to buy or sell anything. No country, no person, nobody is going to be able to do any buying or selling without it. So you may think, I've heard some people say, well, this country's going to rise to its greatness that it once was. How? Considering what this says. Even if for some reason they thought, or we did, rise to some greatness once again, we're still in a bind when it comes to this part. Because if you believe you'll be taken out before then, well, then there's going to be a whole lot of people that are going to be stuck here afterwards that are not going to be able to buy or sell anything. The whole country won't be able to. How long do you think it's going to take us before we run out of everything? Even if for some reason we say, well, we're not going to listen to this, how long do you think it's going to be take before we have nothing? We import an enormous amount of food, clothing, all kinds of stuff. This country is not ready to be totally self-independent. And it ain't moving towards that. If you look at what's going on around, that's not what they want for this country. So all I can say is, yes, stock and store, because before this happens, we ourselves are going to see some really incredible, horrible, hard times. And at the same time, we must be ready spiritually. You may not agree with me, and that's okay, that's you. I'm not trying to force anybody. I'm not. But I look around and I see those who don't even believe in God, and like I've said before, they're stockpiling, they're doing all kinds of stuff. Something within them tells them something isn't right. And so they're reacting on that something isn't right. And that's what they're moving towards, that feeling they have inside. And so I say God is even good to those who don't even believe in him. He's put something in them. Who knows? Maybe they'll come to him later. I can't say. I don't know. But hey, I want, he has mercy on the just and the unjust. But think about it. Look around you. See what you think. Are they? It's up to you whether you support them or not anymore. I'm not particularly interested in supporting a store that does that anymore, or I think might be part of it. Um, it's a hard situation. There's a lot of places that Walmart is all they got. It's all they have. So, what do you do? But be wise and be prepared, spiritually and physically, and your everyday life. Be prepared. But I hope that you read this and take it to heart and act on it according to what you believe. We all do. We have a tendency to act on what we believe. And all I can say is I pray for all of you. You're like an extended family to me. I pray for you. I hope you're blessed. And I hope God blesses you with everything that you will need when times come, when things get really bad. And that's all I have to say. And God bless you. And may you have a blessed day.